Hey, here we are again. Welcome back for another week, another episode on the Hangout with your boy Lonzo Lowe. And once again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in every week. And I'm trying to tell y'all, it's y'all growing every week now, and I definitely appreciate that. I definitely appreciate y'all. But anywho, this week, on this episode, I want to talk about money. So this week's episode is money talk, and I want to talk about how us as people can utilize our money in better ways than what we may have been doing, especially for myself. So I want to just deep dive right into it. And the first topic or subject I want to get into is financial literacy. A lot of people, really don't understand financial literacy. See, I'm being illiterate right now because I can't even say the goddamn word. But anyway, a lot of people don't understand financial literacy, or they just don't know about it, or they just don't care to understand or learn about it at all. But for me, I've lately, in the past, maybe 6 months to a year, been really trying to focus on getting my money better. Getting my money straight, getting my money up there. You know what I'm saying? And I took the time out of my day to just learn how to move money. Now, give and take, of course, know how to move money on the street, but we live in the days now we ain't got to do that no more. So I'm trying to learn how to move money on the internet, on the website, or any other way I can make money legally and live comfortably ever after. So first topic of this episode is going to be about financial literacy, and the basic meaning of financial literacy is just money management and knowing how to budget your money, and also knowing where to place your money so your money can make more money. It's just the fundamentals of money, pretty much. Like, you got the fundamentals of football, you got the fundamentals of basketball, now you got the fundamentals of money. So that's basically all financial literacy is the fundamentals of money, understanding how money works and where to put your money in order to make more money. New money adds zeros to your bank account. You get what I mean. But yeah, I want to talk about this because, like I said before, a lot of us don't understand how money works. And like, for me, I'm still new to this shit, but I've learned a lot over the past couple months. And I want to share this information with you guys because I want everybody to eat, and I want everybody to grow. I want everybody to live comfortable, and there's enough money to go around for everybody to eat good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember the days of eating pack of noodles and thinking that was a full course. Well, you can make it a full course meal if you really wanted to. But I want everybody to eat steaks and lobsters and shit. If that's what you're into. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want everybody to be living large and eating good, especially for my listeners. So, with financial literacy, like I just said, it just comes down to money management, knowing how to budget your money, saving your money, but most importantly, investing your money. Because when you have money that's just sitting stagnant, it's not doing anything, then you're not making no money. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really want to focus on investing money. Because investing, even though it is a risk to it, there is way in a lot of ways to gain a lot of money from it as well. So now that we got, I didn't really get into it too deep, but now that we got the basics of financial literacy or money fundamentals out the way, the next thing I want to get into is investing. There's a lot of ways you can invest your money. How I invest my money is two ways. And one way is in myself, which is the most important thing to me. The second way is through stocks, trading stocks. And I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get deeper into that, the stock game in a little bit. But I want to focus on just investing and where to put your money. So, first things first, what is investing? Well, investing is taking any amount of money into something and hoping that you get a larger return out of what you put your money into. That is basically what it is. Now, that can mean the stock market. That can mean the music business. That can mean just investing in yourself. That can mean anything that's going to bring you back more money than what you put out. For example, this is for the street niggas. When you buy a key, I don't know the price of a key nowadays, but I think the average price of a key is between $20,000 and $30,000. So let's say you buy a key for $20,000. You're spending that $20,000 on that key as an investment, because you're going to get your money back from that key, right? So you break that down into quarters, eighths, nickels, dimes, whatever the fuck. If you breaking it down, and then you sell that shit on the street and you come back tenfold with the money that you made. So now that $20,000 that you invested in that one key is going to bump you up to 40, 50. So now you got a $20,000 to $30,000 return on your investment. You know what I'm saying? That's a nice percentage wise on for $20,000. So now, not only that you made your money back off the key that you bought, but you made that back double over. You made that twice as more over. So now you got another set of money that you go buy another key and you flip that until you get to $100,000, and you flip that until you get to $1 million. Plain and simple. So yeah, when it comes to investing, you gotta know where to put your money, to invest. For another example, invest in yourself. To me, that's the most important thing. If you don't invest in yourself, you're not going to invest in anything else that's valuable. You got to see yourself as valuable first of all. So investing in yourself is always key. You got to believe in yourself. You got to treat yourself like you are the most valuable motherfucker in the room. You know what I mean? It's not about what everybody else thinks about you. It's about what you think of yourself. If you think of yourself like shit, you're going to get shit. If you think yourself like yourself as a king or queen, that's how you're going to get treated if you go about it the right way. You got to treat your money the same way. If you treat your money like shit, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get nothing in return. You're going to get shit. You're going to be broke. But if you treat your money like royalty, you take care of it, you watch it, you look after it, you make sure it's straight, it's right, your money going to take care of you. So that's as simple as it gets. Invest in your money in the things that you feel that's most valuable. So, for me, my two ways, like I said, is I invest in myself because I invested my own money into myself as a business owner and other things that I've ventured into over the past couple of years, and also in the stocks. So I want to get into the stock part of investing because a lot of people don't understand that, and I'm still learning that as I go along. But for what I understand and know in the basics of the stock is you buy a piece of share of a company that's withheld or that's in the holding, and you can make money off of that company's increase. Plain and simple. So right now I've got stock investments in multiple companies like Tesla, Spotify, Google. What's the other one? Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency. That's another thing. Cryptocurrency is huge these days. 5-10 years ago, nobody knew what the fuck cryptocurrency was. Everybody was clueless. What is that? It's just literally digital way of investing your money. And then again, I'm still learning this shit as I go along, so I'm not going to get everything right, or I'm not going to be very in-depth of a lot of this shit, but I know enough to know of the basics to get you guys to understand what I'm trying to say, and then open you guys' minds and venture off into making more money for yourself. That's just all it's about. But yeah, I invest in those companies because I feel like, those companies are going to be big, a lot bigger than what they are right now in the future. And that's another thing. When investing your money, you can't invest for today. You have to invest for the future. So you got to invest into companies that you think is going to grow 5 to 10 to 15 years from now, because investing for today can hurt you tomorrow. A lot of people try to find get rich quick schemes and try to find ways to make money, off the snap of your fingers, and then I'm up. 9 times out of 10 it doesn't happen for you like that. It happens for sure, but it's rare. Who knows? You don't know if it's going to happen to you or not. Most likely it won't. So the based off of that factor already is you have to be smart about your money, study the game, study the market, study the companies that you're trying to invest in, study, learn who the CEO is, learn their moves and what they have done in the last 6 months, and learn what they are planning on doing 6 months to ahead or a year from now, because that's going to tell you everything that you need to know, that if your money's going to go up over the next couple months or years with that company, or is it going to go down. Like for motherfuckers who invested their money in Blockbuster years ago, don't have shit now because it's out of business. You know what I mean? Versus motherfuckers who invested their money in Netflix in the early 2000s, they up like a motherfucker now. I think, hold on, I don't know if I look at it. I think a share for Netflix, and I might be wrong, I think it's $100 and some dollars. You know what I mean? It might be a little bit more than that, but I think it's around that ballpark area. $100 and some dollars for a share versus 10, 15 years ago, it was probably like $3, $2 for a share. That's what I'm talking about. You got to invest for the future, not today, because your $100 investment today can make you $100,000 in 10 to 15 years from now, and you don't know it. You don't see it like that, but you got to look at it like that. Investment is the long money, the long game. You got to have patience, because it's not going to be something that you're going to make returns like that over time. It just doesn't work like that. In some cases it does, depending on the stock market and the consumer market and how that shit bounces back between the two. And if you know how to spot an increase coming within the stock market, then you'll be able to make some quick money like that if you learn and know how to spot that shit well. But you gotta learn how to spot it. You know what I mean? And that's when you learn how to take time and learning how this shit works. And that's what I'm doing, because I'm trying to come up on my money, and I want to create generational wealth with my own business and company and other businesses and companies that I can invest in, so my family and my kids can reap what I sow. You know what I mean? In the long run. Because let me tell you something. I grew up poor. You know what I mean? I grew up struggling. I didn't have a lot of money growing up. It was hard growing up for me to look at, certain aspects of life and be like, damn, man, I wish I had that. Or I wish I lived like that. You know what I'm saying? it was hard for me going to school and watching all the kids, had brand new tennis shoes on, brand new clothes, or, the latest sneakers, the latest fashion. And, I gotta, still wear the same clothes that I had last year or wait to get some more clothes because, mom's is, doing what she gotta do to put food on the table. So I didn't get that luxury. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my mama, and she did a damn good job raising me and my older brother and sister coming up. She always made sure we had food on the table and a roof over our head. That's for damn sure. So I ain't gonna take nothing away from that. But as far as like getting the luxuries and all the other shit, nah. We got the basics of the basics. You got roof over your head and food on the table, and be happy with that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I appreciate my upbringing because it makes me value money a lot more because I know what it's like to not have this shit for a very long period of time, and B, to value just life. You know what I'm saying? For a person that doesn't go through anything or never been through anything, they just blow their money and motherfuckers who poor too do the same shit. But you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of struggle in your life can make you realize and value things that you normally wouldn't value, or some people normally wouldn't value. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm going off topic. But yeah, back to the investing thing. You know what I'm saying? It's risky because you can lose your money, what you put in. So that's why I always would tell people, start off small. Start off with 50. Start off with 100. If you can't do that, start off with 25. Well, I started off with, how much I started? I think I started off with $25 in investing. And I took bits of that and invested in other companies. And now I'm up to 100, a little over $100. So I'm still small in the game. My next goal is to be up 1,000. You know what I'm saying? And from 1,000 to 10,000, and from 10,000 to 100,000, and from 100,000 to 1,000,000. But you gotta start small. As long as you start, you take your time and learn this game, there's only a good thing on the outcome. And again, y'all gotta understand, this is patient money. This ain't quick money, this is patient money. But if you learn the game right, that patient money gonna pay off. You know what I'm saying? Your $25, $50 gonna turn that shit. If you smart about it, you can turn that shit into $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $100,000, $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Warren Buffett, he ain't who he is for just standing in a fucking room looking stupid. He took the time out to learn this shit. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure that motherfucking cut some corners now, because we all know them rich motherfuckers, they be cutting on their fucking taxes, boy, I tell you. Man, but I get it why, though. I get why, because the government, the IRS, them motherfuckers, man, they be cutting into your ass when it comes around the taxes, boy. And that's a motherfucker I don't play with, IRS. I'll fuck around anybody else, even the police for that matter. No, I'm just kidding. But man, the IRS, man, ain't no getting away from them motherfuckers. Ain't no getting away from motherfuckers. So don't fuck around in your taxes. Y'all start making that money, you end up in a new tax bracket. Don't fuck around with them. You better pay them people their money, and be on about your day, because they will be on your ass. And then if you don't pay it, they will lock you the fuck up. Y'all seen it happen too many times with a bunch of celebrities, and they don't give a fuck who you are. They don't give a fuck about these celebrities. They don't. They do not. They be going after them the most, because that's where their money. That's a lot of their money come from there. You know what I mean? So don't fuck around the IRS if y'all get up there, because they will come and hunt your ass down, and they will look for you, and they will find you, and they will say, hey, you owe us this much. You got option A, you can pay us this money right now, or we're gonna have to send you down upstate. Send you upstate, dog. Which one? You don't want to be in that position. I just listened to the other day on another podcast. I can't think of the name of it, but they was talking about Steve Harvey and how his accountant fucked him over with his taxes for 4 years. So Steve Harvey ended up owing back taxes in the amount of like $25-30 million. That's a lot of fucking money in back taxes. And this nigga said that he paid, let me see, he said he paid the IRS $650,000 a month. A motherfucking month. Can you imagine paying that motherfucking much money a month to anybody? Fuck the IRS. To anybody. To anybody. To anybody. That's a lot of motherfucking money, dog. 600,000. That's over $500,000. I mean, yeah, that's over $500,000 every month, dog. And that's not even the worst part. He was paying that shit for 4 months. I think that amounted almost to $40 million almost. I didn't even know Steve Money had money like that. I mean, I knew the nigga was out there and he been out for years and he had money, but $600,000 a month, now that's some money. That's some motherfucking money, boy. I tell you, I don't never want to be in that position. So that's what I'm saying. You know, and also a lot of these celebrities, man, they don't be checking up on their shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to check on your shit. These accountants, they shiesty as a motherfucker, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to check your shit. You always got to check your shit. You check your shit every month because they will get you in the hole. You know what I'm saying? Wesley Snipes was in the same predicament. But hey, he ended up not being able to pay him back, so he had to go to jail and stay down for a few years now and then. But I think he's straight now. He fixed his shit. But the point I'm trying to make is whenever you make money, you gotta always look at how much you need to put aside for your taxes. Because the more money you make, the more you wait, the more money they're gonna take. So the more time that you have to use out of your day to pay attention to where your money's going and how you spend it and how you breaking that shit up. Because you always want to pay your taxes and you always want to take that shit off the top first. Period. And the funny thing is, the IRS, they don't come at you right away. They don't never work that way. They let you build that shit up first and then they'll come at you. They'll come at you 5 years later over some shit that you did back in 2015 and be like, hey, no big deal. We just need this $13,000 that you owed us from like 5-6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I know you try to fuck us over, but you know, we ain't even gonna beat you on your head for it. You know, if you just grab that, whatever you can get it from, and just hand it to us, and we'll be out your head. You know what I'm saying? And then you be like, oh well, I ain't got it like that. I got a few dollars, but I ain't. Oh, you ain't got it? Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and stay down for a minute, and we're gonna send the police right to your front door. Don't worry about it, we got you. And all that shit you got in your house, all your assets, we got that covered too. See what I'm saying? So these motherfuckers, dog, they don't play. They'll wait, and them motherfuckers is patient. They'll play the waiting game, and they sit back and laughing at your ass the whole time that you thinking you getting over them. Whole time they getting on your ass. They getting over you. So just y'all pay your taxes. Just pay your taxes. But yeah, investing is very important. So now that I'm talking about that, I want to talk about there's an app that I use called Public, and it is a very, very user-friendly app. It is easy to use. It once you download it, it sets you up to open up your own portfolio throughout different companies in the stock market. And like I said, you can start with little as $25. As a matter of fact, you can start as little as fucking $5 if you really don't trust it that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many ways to make money with this investment shit, man. You don't gotta put thousands of dollars into this shit. A lot of this ain't the old days of investing. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the old days of that pyramid scheme bullshit the niggas was selling you in them damn little meetings or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is a new day and age where technology helps you make money in so many motherfucking ways. And I'm trying to take advantage of this shit because I'm trying to live life freely. I'm trying to live comfortable. And I don't want to wake up for work every day and just feel miserable. I don't feel miserable now, but eventually I'm going to get to that point. And, even though I still have my own business, I still got to pay taxes on that. I still got expenses that I got to cover. And, there's a lot going into that. I'll get into that in a bit. But there's an app called Public. You can download it right now on your phone. The app is free. And like I said, you can start as little as $5 to invest in. And it also has a thing where it asks you as a referral. So if you refer a friend, it gives you free stock. Matter of fact, I might be lying. I think when you download it, it gives you a free share of stock in any company that you want. So I think it does. So if you download it right now, and this is not me sponsoring Public, but hey, if Public ever come across this, anybody that works at Public or any manager or CEO or whatever, I let your boy, cause I fucks with y'all shit. I like what y'all doing over there. It's a very easy, friendly user app, and I love it. I check that shit every fucking day. That you download right now. You can refer a friend, and you can get a free share of stock in any company that you want on there. And it gives you live day trading data. Not all day, but like day trading, so from 9 to like 5, 9 to 6. So it gives you during the day how the stock market is going up and down, and then all the companies that you invest in, it'll show you if they're up or down. If it's down, it gives you notifications throughout the day about what company is going to be up soon, what company's going to be down. It's like if NASDAQ had sex with Twitter and they had a baby, that's what Public would it be. See what I'm saying? If NASDAQ, S&P 500, and all them fucking, investment companies had a baby with Twitter or not really Instagram's pictures, but more so Twitter, because you can type on there. That's basically what it is. That's basically what Public is, because you can I don't want to not tweet, but you can post stuff, and you can follow other people on there who are been on there for a while, and who knows this shit about investing and everything else. So it's a lot that you can do on there. It's just a lot that you can learn on there. And you can DM people about how to learn how to invest and what to look out for, how to learn how to looking for the next company that's gonna be up, when to sell, when to buy, all that shit. So I want y'all, if y'all ever got the opportunity, just go ahead, download Public, and just look up on YouTube and see how how it works, and then just go ahead and take a few dollars and get into it right now. What the fuck are you waiting for? The time is now to get into this shit. The time is motherfucking now to get into this shit, because the speed of technology, the way it's moving right now, it's moving so fucking fast that you don't want to be left in the wind after it's moving by you. So the game, the thing of it is getting the game now while I'm still early in this shit. Like Bitcoin, for example. The price of one share of Bitcoin from the time Bitcoin started until the time as of today, one share of Bitcoin is $43,000. I don't know to be exact. I think it's when I looked at it last, it was $43,859 per share. 2 months ago, 2-3 months ago, or last year when they had that peak, its highest it's ever been was $66,000 for one share of Bitcoin. Now you telling me, remember last year or the year before last, when everybody who had invested in Bitcoin, when the share was like $400 or $500 or maybe a little less than that, and then that junk just spiked thousands of dollars out of nowhere, and them motherfuckers got rich? That's what I'm talking about. And ever since then, Bitcoin has been up. Of course, as the stock market goes, it goes up and down, and the key to the game is you want to buy when it's low, sell when it's high. Sometimes you might not always want to sell when it's high because you want to hold on to it, and you might sell when it's high, but then it'll go back down. But when it comes back up, now it's going to sell higher than what you sold it from before. So sometimes you got to play around with it and kind of seek out when to sell and when to buy and all that shit. But yeah, that's the price of Bitcoin right now. So that y'all need to get in this because it's very important for your money to make you money, work for you. You know what I mean? There's other ways to invest. You invest money in the fucking real estate. That's one of the best investments, if not the best investment to invest in right now. Right now. What are you waiting for? Invest in real estate right now. Investing in real estate takes a little bit more time and knowledge to invest in that stock market, but it does go hand in hand. But from what it's looking like right now, the prices of everything going up, it's a possibility we might hit a recession. And you know what happens? The housing stock market going to go down. So a house that's selling for $500,000 is going to start selling for $300,000 and $250,000 when the stock market crash, or if it crashes, or if it goes down. Especially for the house stock market. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, man, there's so many ways you can invest in money, man. So y'all just do your research, man. I can sit here and talk about this shit all day, but just do your research. And you as much as time as you spend on this shit, your money will give you good returns if you focus and learn this shit the proper way. I'm trying to tell y'all, you gotta get in the game. You gotta get in the game early while it's good. The next segment I want to dive into, and it pretty much goes hand in hand with investment. I mean, I don't see how these two are pretty much different. But anyway, the next segment is make your money work for you. So basically, making your money work for you is, instead of you waking up and going to work and to your 9 to 5 every day because you're working for the money, you got to make your money work for you, which means goes back into investing. You see, you get up at 9, go to work for 8 hours to make, $15, $20 an hour. And within those 8 hours, you made a little over $100, right? See? Or you can go to work, do that, and make money while your money is working for you. Investing. So if you put in that $50 I was telling you about, that $25 I was telling you about, and that should turn around and make it $50, now your money's working for you. You see what I'm saying? You gotta get your money to work for you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get your money to work for you. If you want to learn how to live in a passive income world, you know what I mean? And a lot of people who don't know what passive income is basically having your money work for you while you don't do shit. You don't do shit. Your money is literally out there figuring out other ways to how to bring more money back. Passive income. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. You gotta put a little bit of money in to get that passive income. But once you start seeing the returns, it's way more money that you put in. Then that's when your money's working for you. Excuse me. That's when your money's working for you, and that's how you can create other avenues to utilize your money in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, the reason why a lot of us are broke or really just don't have a lot of money is because we just don't understand money and how it works. You know, like, we are great consumers and great spenders. 90% of us. But also 90% of us are terrible savers, terrible investors, terrible at managing money, terrible at budgeting our money. A lot of us wake up and on Friday morning and be pissed off because half our check gone because we got to pay bills. And then, you spending your money on unnecessary shit. You going out every weekend spending $50 or $100 or $200 at the club and then crying broke in 3 days. Believe me, this is a personal experience. I know. I done this shit before. And trust me, it's a terrible fucking feeling. I think the most I ever spent in the club was maybe $150. Maybe around that ballpark area. Maybe $160. And, at that time, it was like, I had the money to do it. But then I thought about it. I said, I just spent $160 within a matter of a few hours. Well, I could have took that $160 and then turned around and either invested it or flipped that shit into, $340. You know what I'm saying? So, shit like that really, I think about shit like that all the time. I'm like, all right, how I'm going to make this amount of money today? There's 24 hours in the day. What am I going to do today to make this amount of money? And I think about shit like that all the time. Like, I've spent my whole life being a spender and consumer. Now it's time for me to be an investor and make some money. I want to learn how to wake up and not worry about having to be on work on time and, stressing out for work. And I can just wake up in paradise and have my money go out and work for me. We all want that shit. I want that shit. You want that shit. He want that shit. She want that shit. We all want that shit. In order to get there, you got to take your time out your day to learn this shit, because it ain't going to happen from you just keep scratching off a lottery tickets. Now, that's one of the most terrible ways to try to get money. I mean, that's just not smart. Going to the casino. Personally, I don't mind going to the casino because I go to the casino to play for fun. Yes, to win money, but I don't be serious to the point where I'm throwing in tons and tons of money. Tons and tons of money, expecting to get a bigger return. That's a very, very terrible way to invest your money, because 90% of the time you're not going to get nothing what you put in the same amount of money back or more money back. But I would go to the casino because I like the atmosphere. I just like the vibe, you know what I'm saying? And I play to have fun. I don't play to win big. I go to the casino with $50 in my pocket, and that's my limit. I'll say 60 is my limit. $60 is my limit, and whatever I went off for that is what I went off for that. Or I'll just blow the whole thing, and that's it for me. I can spare $60. I can't spare $1,000 at the casino and then wonder why I can't pay bills within the next couple of days, because I'm being stupid managing my money. So I'm not knocking for nobody going to the casino, because I like going to the casino myself, but don't go there expecting to get thousands of dollars in return because you put your money in the machine, or you playing the tables or blackjack or Russian roulette or whatever you playing. Because the whole thing of it is for you to put your money in and them to take your money, and that'll be it. It's a pyramid scheme, you know what I'm saying? It's selling you the idea of you possibly winning, not knowing that you're going to win. It's selling you the idea that you can win. So they done already hooked you and reeled you in off of that by selling you an idea that you can win without even taking your fucking money. That is genius. That is genius, to sell somebody an idea that they can make more money, and then for them to come into your establishment for that person to freely give you their money and maybe not getting shit in return. That is a fucking insane. That is genius. I wish I would have thought of that shit. Man, that is the most genius thing. Because the MGM right now over at the Harbor is killing the fucking game. Matter of fact, speaking of which, I was there a couple months ago, and I went there with my homeboy, and I think I played 40. He played 40 or 50 or whatever. And I kid you not, I put how much? I put the whole 40 in there. Then I pressed the button, I don't want to say like 2 or 3 times. Man, I pressed that button that 3rd time. That motherfucking machine went off. That bitch started ringing. You know, when you hit, the shit started lighting up and it starts making noise and playing music. My homeboy looking and sitting next to me, looking at me, he's like, "Damn, dog. Hey, you won." So I said, "Hey, bro, I just put the money in, I played the motherfucker, press the button 3 times, and this motherfucker just went off." And I've always been lucky like that. Now I never won really big, like thousands of dollars at the casino, but I won a few dollars at the casino. So man, that machine started going off. It was going off for at least a good 10 minutes. I walked in there with $40 and I came out with $100. I won like $60 off my 40. So I won a 60% increase on my 40, you know, just by being lucky. Not even knowing what I was doing, just being lucky. That's it. That's all you're going to get out of the casino, just luck. It's not you do this and you get this. It's just pure luck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just go there to have fun, and you know, hopefully if I win some, I win some. If I don't, I don't. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna break the bank because it's not a smart investment. So, but yeah, I got off topic a little bit. But yeah, like making your money work for you is very important because that plays hand in hand with investments. And once you learn how to do that, you will succeed in so many different avenues of other ways to make money as well. Last but not least, with this segment is learning growth. And with learning growth, what to me that means is learn from your bad habits with money and grow from what you've learned from having good habits of money. So the bad habits of money is overspending, not budgeting your money, not saving your money, mismanaging money. We just talked about this, going to the casino and blowing all your fucking money, buying a bunch of shit that has no value at all. You know, you got to separate your assets from liability. Going out buying an expensive car knowing that you really can't afford it. You know, and now I'm glad I'm talking about this. The I'll say personally for me, the biggest mistake or the worst mistake I ever did with my money was buying my first car. And when, you know, buying my first car, I had some money saved up. I think I had like I had like $1,100 saved up. And I was 20 years old. I didn't get my car till I was 20. It's a funny fact because I bought my car before I even had a license. Don't keep that on the husk. But anyway, I had 2 choices. I had option A is to go on Craigslist and go buy a car, pay cash for it. Now, given to take $1,100, you're not going to get the best car in the world for $1,100. But you can get a beater that will get you to point A to point B, no problem. Or I can go to a dealership, find something a little bit more expensive, use that $1,100 as a down payment. Mind you, I didn't have barely any credit at this time. You know, I was only working. This is when I used to work at Babies R Us, and I was only making $9.50 an hour. $9.50 an hour. Man, can't believe it. That's crazy now I think about it. I just throwing back. But yeah, I was making $9.50 an hour. I had just got a credit card maybe like 6 months prior to that. So I was still building credit. You know, I had $1,100 to my name on my savings account. And I was like, I can go buy this car on Craigslist for $900, and I'll still have a couple $100 left over, and blah blah blah. Now, mind you, I'm mechanically inclined, so you know I know to look for when buying used cars, and knowing if the shit gonna run perfectly fine or not. So I could have went that route, and honestly, to this day, I don't regret making the purchase that I purchased of financing my first car, but I do think about it because I've learned from that mistake, and I'm like, damn, I should have bought that damn car for Craigslist. But who knows? I may have made the right decision in making that mistake because I've learned now from then to not do that, or I would have never learned that mistake at that time and point in my life at all, and made an even bigger mistake in the long run. But yeah, I had a choice, so I ended up fucking going and fucking buying a car, financing for a car. It was my first car. It was my baby, man. It was a 2005 Monte Carlo. It was metallic gray. You know, it had leather seats, sunroof. You know what I'm saying? The speakers, all that shit, man. It was a nice, clean car, and everybody loved that car, man. My first car, everybody loved that car, man. To this day, niggas be like, "Damn, man, I don't know why you sold that car." But anyway, that was my first car, and when I looked at it online, man, that motherfucker looked so clean. And I went down there, and I don't even think I test drove the motherfucker. I just looked in it, make sure the engine was good, transmission was good, and all that. And then I put down 1100 and drove away. The point I'm trying to make is this: that mistake right there cost me 4.5 years of just pain in the ass trouble of learning what not to do when trying to spend your money. And by the time I was done paying off that car, I put about $13,500 in payments. $13,500. Now that don't sound like a whole lot for a car payment, but at the time this car was 10 years old. And because I didn't have much credit, they hit me with a 23% interest rate. And the car was only marketed for $5,000. You see what I'm saying? So they slapped a good almost $8,000 of interest on top of the $5,000. Not to mention I had to pay car insurance, taxes, and all the other shit every month. So I look back at that, and the car I got now, got an Escalade. I don't even pay as much as what I was paying for my first car, because I didn't know nothing about money then. I mean, I knew enough, but I didn't know in depth of how to place my money, how to spend it, and where to put it. And I was just jumping off the excitement of I'm about to get my first car. It's a nice, clean car. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking of how, I'm gonna look good in this. Ladies gonna love this junk. Got the leather seats and everything, black interior, sunroof. The stereo bumping. So that's how I was thinking. I wasn't thinking about none of the other smart shit. I was thinking about how I was gonna look, pulling up, driving down the street, trying to, coming out the club, ladies see the car. I had some rims on that bitch and everything, but that's not the point. The point is that I made a huge financial mistake to buy or finance a car that was listed for $5,000, and they slapped me with a 23% interest rate. Ended up paying almost $14,000 for a car that was listed for $5,000, for a car on the market that was really only supposed to sell for $3,500. So I got fucked. I got fucked bad. Pause. And ever since then, to this day, I just think about that, and I think back on that purchase I made. I said, nah, I gotta learn from my mistakes. So that's the part of learning growth come in. You gotta learn from your bad habits of spending and grow from them, and learn new ways to make money. Learn how to manage your money, spend your money, budget your money, invest your money, and grow with your money. Because a lot of times, when your money grow, you grow. A lot of times when your money grow, you grow. Your lifestyle starts to change. If you go that route. Some people lifestyle don't change. Some people, they got so much motherfucking money that you wouldn't even tell they have money because they don't express or show that they got a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you grow with your money, and definitely indulge in the fruits of your labor, because what's the point of making money if you're not going to spend it on stuff that you want, right? That's the whole point of making money, so you can buy things that you want to live comfortable in a place where you lay your head at. You know what I'm saying? But the point of the game is to don't overspend. Don't spend your money in places where you're not going to get no return. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the assets and liabilities at the end of the day. Assets, liabilities. Assets, liabilities. Assets, liabilities. Real estate. Asset. Liability. Car. You know what I'm saying? Or car liability. That's how I should have said it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know the difference, man. You can go out here and buy a house and motherfucking in 15, 20 years, the value of your house is gonna go up $200,000 to $300,000 than what you paid for it, or what you're paying on it now. The most valuable thing in this motherfucking country as of today is the land that you stand on. Fuck the house. The main real estate is the motherfucking land. For example, if you have some big city developer that's coming into your town and he's about to change up the whole game, he's about to add shopping centers, condominiums, homes, new roadway systems. And let's say your house sits on a piece of land that he wants. Let's say you're sitting on 3 to 4 acres of land right now. To you, it could be worth a lot. But to that motherfucking investor, it's worth millions of dollars. Your 4 acres is the gold, not the house. Because if you sell that, they're going to just tear that little ass house down. So it's not the house, it's the land. If that motherfucker offered you $40 million for your 4 acres, that's $10 million per acre. But your house is only worth $500,000. What the fuck are you gonna do? What's the smart decision there? You see what I'm saying? It's not the house. It's the land that the house sits on. That's the asset. The house is also the asset too. But the bigger asset is the land. Because that developer, all he gonna do is take them 4 acres and build condominiums on them. He's gonna build 150 unit condominium building on those 4 acres. And them 150 units is gonna pay him back tenfold over the next 10 years. So he's gonna make his 40 million back regardless. Whether if it's over 5 years or 10 years, he's gonna make that back. The key to the game is he knows he's gonna make his 40 million back. The key to the game is he's gonna make double the 40 million. It's not about making what you spent. It's about making more than what you spent. That's the key to the game. His 40 million is gonna get him 100 million off of that 150 unit condominium building. You do the math, I'm not gonna do it, but if you got 150 units and you charging people $2,500 to $3,000 a month, depending on how many bedrooms, you times that shit over the next 10 years, you done made your 40 million tenfold. That's the type of thinking I want y'all to think. That's the long money, the long game of money. You gotta sit and hold on your shit. So that way a motherfucker like a developer can be like, hey, I like the piece of land you got there. How much you want for it? You be like, all right. And they're gonna offer you way more than what your house. The smart thing is, if you got somebody to come and buy your house for $500,000, and you got a developer that's coming to buy your house and the land for $40 million, what's the smart choice to make? it's the land. The land is always going to. In America, the land is the most valuable thing you can have. And that's true. That's true. You can ask any investor, any motherfucker that knows about money, any motherfucker that's invested in the real estate game. They'll tell you like I'm telling you. They'll tell you even better in a more descriptive way that I'm telling you that the land is the most valuable thing that you can own in the United States of America. Because that's going to get you more money and everything that you need. But anyway, I'm coming up on an hour, and I just want to thank y'all for listening to me again each and every week, and I appreciate y'all. I try to keep y'all updated on the pages as much as possible. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to share my link on the public joint on the description to this episode, so be sure to look out for that. But I want to say thank you guys for listening to me each and every week, and I promise I'm gonna keep you guys updated as much as possible and try to get this ball rolling. So be sure to tune in every Thursday and look out for your boy Lonzo Low at the Hangout.